Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please like, comment, and subscribe. Today, I'm just going to be giving you guys a life update and also talking about some of the things that I feel like new attorneys that want to start a solo practice need to know. Without further ado, let's get into this video. So, when I finally decided to start my firm, I, for one, didn't do so for so long because I just didn't know what to do. Like, I didn't really have true mentors. I had professors that did, help me pass the bar exam. I had, some influential people I had met, but when I got out of law school, I wasn't really in touch with those individuals. And I kind of just went to working, and through that, there was a whole debacle. After that debacle, I just didn't really have any true mentor. So, and I'm introverted, which, how does that go together? Most people ask, how are you an attorney and you're introverted? There's a will and there's a way. But literally, I'm introverted, so I was never the socialite. And so I was like, I don't know how I'm going to be able to learn how to do all of this, start my practice and how to do that effectively. And this video is just going to be an introduction. Obviously, I started my practice earlier this year, so I have a lot of improvement. I'm learning new things every day, learning new law. But for my new attorneys out there, or for those just venturing out, I'm just going to give you guys some key things that I did not know that I had to have to be able to even, get a practice up and running and become official. So one of the things that you will need to think about is what's going to be the name of your firm. And how do we go into making your firm, as the youngins would say, legit? Like, how do we do this? Okay, even when I figure out what the name of my firm is going to be, how do I even register? And I'm a Michigan attorney, so this is going to be Michigan specific, but I'm pretty sure that every state has, their licensing website in which you go and register and, create your articles of organization and, all that good stuff. So the first thing that I had to do was create the name of my practice and what I wanted to be. And I also had to check to see if that name was even available. How do you do this? There is a website called Laura, and I'm going to link that website below for any of you looking to, start even an LLC of any sort. You're going to have to register with Laura, and on Laura's website, when you go, you can look up the names of businesses to see if the name that you're thinking about for your practice is available, because some of them aren't. And I'm going to give a real life example right now. So my initial thought was going to be, I think, what was my initial? I had another name. So I ended up with JB Legal Services, but I think I was just going to do like JB Law or something like that. And I went to do that. I registered. I attempted to register it. I paid the fee and everything, but I got an email saying that name wasn't available. So I had to go through this thing where I had to choose another name for my practice. And also another thing, you guys, if you're going to start a law firm, it's going to be a PLLC. So you're going to want to register as a PLLC, after you... I blame because I have ADHD. I told you guys. But anyway, yeah, so you're going to want to register as a PLLC. And they're going to ask you, you know, what's your firm name, who is going to be the registered agent. Obviously, I was a firm of one, you're a firm of one, you're going to put your address. Or if you have a physical brick and mortar location, you would put, you know, whatever the address for your business is. And then there's like, I think after you get through that process, there's just a series of questions. They're going to ask you the name, and you're going to have to fill that portion out. If you guys want to know more about that in depth, I can do a separate video for that, talking about how to register your PLLC or LLC, because that's another thing that I also do in my practice as well. So anyway, when you get done with that portion, I think the fee is like $50. And they have like options if you want just a regular, degular, like process. They have it where you pay $20 and then it just goes up from there. So I don't know if I chose the 1 day or not, because they have like where you can have it processed regularly or within a day, or, you know, in 24 hours. The 24 hours was loco, you guys. It's $1,000 to do that. So, you know, that was not me. I was broke. So it wasn't me. But anyway, after you get done with that, you have to wait for your application to be processed. And so when Laura sends you your articles of organization, keep that paperwork, okay? Don't throw that away. That's very important. You have to have that for your records. Also, the second thing that you're gonna want to get after you register with Laura is an EIN number. Now, what's an EIN number? For those who don't know, like me, I didn't know what it was. That's your tax ID number for your business, you guys. You need that, you know, IRS and all that good stuff. So it's like you get the EIN for your business, and I'm gonna link that below too. But that's like through the IRS. So you tell them what the name of your business is, and then you get an EIN number. Now, one thing that I do want to say is that don't like exit out completely of that, because I did that. I made that mistake as well. When I received my EIN number, it was like through a PDF, and I didn't take a picture of it or anything. I kind of just exited out, and then I had to do this whole thing where I had to call an IRS and have them like resend my EIN number. Don't be like Jewel. Be like you and do it the right way. So when you, and I also would recommend, obviously, if you look up through Laura's website whether your business name is available, then, you know, you won't have this problem. But even so, just to be safe, if you feel a little scurvy about things, wait until you get the your email back from Laura stating that the paperwork went through, and so before you get your EIN number, so that you know that everything is kosher. Also, you guys, for the EIN number and both the articles of corporation, everything of organization, everything has to match. So make sure that, you know, everything is correct, like in reference to what your name for your business is going to be. Everything has to match for the records. Okay, so the third thing that I had to get after I got my articles and my EIN number, I had to go get a bank account that was separate from my personal bank account. So you guys, you don't want to like commingle funds from your business with personal funds, especially being a lawyer. That ain't the way to go. We all know character and fitness. You don't want to you don't want to get in there. Commingling funds is not okay. So you definitely want to go to the bank and create a separate business account for your law firm. Also, you're gonna want to get an IOLTA account. Okay. And I didn't know what this was. Thank God I had a friend who had done this before who told me, hey, you're gonna need an IOLTA account. So this account is for if you're handling client funds. Say you have like a personal injury case, and you have whatever you're supposed to get, which is probably, if it's a contingency fee case, 33 and a third or something, and you settle the case. So client gets into a car accident, you negotiate with opposing counsel, you settle the case, they send the money into this, and the money is going to go into the IOLTA account. Okay? Because it's client funds. Now, then you would take out your portion and send it, take out your portion, and then the client would then get the rest of the funds from that account. That's very important. Make sure you do that. And make sure you take the time. My banker didn't even know what an IOLTA account was. So it took me like 2 hours to actually get it to go through and get everything right. When you go to the bank, make sure you have your articles, make sure you have your EIN number, because you're going to need that as well. But make sure you get that IOLTA account. Keep, everything in a folder. I don't know, however you keep your documents, keep them in that safe place. If you put them under the bed, put them under the bed, because you gonna need them. So that was another thing that I had to do. After that, I'm just gonna do like the basis, because this could be long. This could go deep, and I don't want to keep y'all here all day. So, but another thing that I had to do was create a website. So I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know how I'm gonna create a website, because I'm not a website designer. Okay, I went to law school. I didn't do. You know what I'm saying? How am I gonna do this? But no. I think a simple way is to go through GoDaddy, get your domain first. So this is number one. You have to buy a domain, which is like, if you have a .com, it's like my domain is jblegalservice.com. So that's the domain. You have to go on GoDaddy, check and see if that domain is available. Sometimes it's not. And if it's not, you'll know, because it'll pull up and say, it's not available, or somebody else has it. Choose your domain wisely. Make it something simple so that people don't really have to think about it. Now, unfortunately for Jewel, JB Legal Services was taken. So the next best thing was jblegalservice.com. So I purchased that domain. It was like 12 cents for the year. Like, it was inexpensive. And then when you get that domain, you're going to have to create your email. Mine is jb@jblegalservice.com. Simple, to the point. I created my I use Outlook for everything. So Microsoft Outlook is the way to go for me. You obviously can do it through whatever you like Google, whatever. But I prefer Microsoft because it's just easier to me. When you have the Teams and everything is included, Word, Excel, everything, PowerPoint, you could download it directly to the desktop. And it's like $6 a month or something like that. So I created when I got my domain, I created my email, and then after that, I had to get a phone. So I had to get a phone number. There's a lot of obviously business phone lines that you can use. I prefer my stuff to be on one device. And I also wanted to be able to control like my business hours. So I used Ring Central for my phone. There's also Vonage. Um you could use Google Voice if if that strokes your boat or something. And you can also it's one called Grasshopper, where you can have the app on your phone but also have a business number, so when someone calls they would call your phone directly. Some of these, depending on what plan, they have like a automatic answering machine. It will be like, this is JB Legal Services, and then it'll, when the person gets through, it'll connect the line to you, so it's like more professional, you know what I'm saying? And so, depending on what floats your boat and what, the price range is, get that phone, because you got to get the phones on, because if people call, they're going to have a place to call. And so yeah, get that. The last thing that I'm gonna say is that I had to create business cards. So I got my business cards through Vistaprint. I just simple. I put originally I was not virtual. I was in a brick and mortar at the time, until I just figured out that that wasn't the best decision for me. But at the time, on my business card, I put my name, my email, my phone number, and the address of my business. Keep it simple, keep it plain, to the point, so you can have cards to give to people, because you may not think, but people actually do ask for cards, and you want to have one to pull out. Or you want to say, hey, my name is so-and-so, and this is my business, and, give me a call. You're going to have like a business card as well. Actually, the last thing is going to be not that, but what I said. I just think this is important. And excuse me, guys, I have a cold, and that's why I've been AWOL a little bit, but we're not going to talk about that right now. We're just going to keep going. You are going to want to consider, what social media am I going to create to be able to get notoriety for my practice? So Facebook, Instagram, maybe TikTok even, because that brings in a clientele that has the you can bring in clientele that way through social media and through Facebook ads, which are kind of inexpensive way of advertising, especially if you're on a budget. You don't, keep it simple though when you start out. Don't get in over your head unless you have like $1 million, because sometimes you can get, like, I got excited and I was just like, oh, I'm gonna have to get this, I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna get the highest plan. No, you gotta realize that this is a different ball game. Depending on your situation, if you're like leaving a firm and you're like, oh my God, I couldn't do this, and now I have to start all over from scratch, get that cheap plan, okay? You don't have to spend $100 for your phone bill. Spend 20, okay? Don't be that guy out here trying to do the most. You just need a phone line, you know what I'm saying? Maybe some fax. Some of the phones includes the fax, but it's not like that expensive. Beware of signing contracts that don't sign any contracts that you haven't read yet, because I've heard some horror stories for sure. But that's gonna be the wrap up to this video. Just so you guys know, I'm developing a little ebook where all of this information will be explained more thoroughly. So I'm coming up with that, you guys, and I'm going to have that available for you soon, in the event that you guys want to hear more in depth about these topics that I've talked about, or you have any questions or concern, holla at your girl. Leave a comment, subscribe to my social media. I also have Facebook at JB Legal Services. Keep in mind, I'm a Michigan attorney. I'm not licensed anywhere else. So, but I'll try to help you out, but I can only practice in Michigan. So, but anyway, I hope you guys like this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe to your girl's channel. That's me. Especially if you guys want to know just about my journey, because this is definitely a journey. I'm learning as I go, and I'm telling you guys so you don't have to struggle like I did. All right, you guys, you know what it is. It's XOXO Gossip Girl.